So today, we are going to talk about my daily routine in Honkai Star Rail to show you how I optimize my progress so that you can apply it in your routine as well. I will be showing you everything from the more obvious yet very essential stuff, the different things to prioritize to maximize your rewards, and some additional things that you can do if you have more time to play or you simply just want to grind out more content. Before I even open up the game, I always remember to visit the HoYoLab website for the daily check-ins. You can get a bunch of upgrade materials, credits, a handful of stellar jades, and if you actually expand the list, you will see that you will be getting more rewards including one disposable kinetic arm. This item will give your team 325 attack and 12% more crit rate for your next battle. After I do my check-ins, the first thing that I do when I open up the game is check the daily training tab. I usually go straight to completing the daily mission that gives 200 points, and then I look for any other objectives that can be easily done. For example, the one that will ask you to take one picture. And usually, the other objectives will be completed as I go through the other daily activities, so I just leave the rest of it for now. Next up, I like to visit a few shops around the map because they actually have a few items that are really good. The first one is over at Boulder Town in Jarilo 6, and you will be able to see a food stall if you go over to this area. This guy is selling Snapper Jam appetizers, and I like buying this item because it increases your team's attack by a pretty significant amount for a very low price. This shop, along with the other ones, do reset every day, so I always buy all the items that I need up until I have a good amount saved up. And if you are already in Shanzhou, there is another food item that I recommend that you get. And it's over by the Central Starskiff Haven. You will see a small area that has 4 shops close together, and you're going to be looking for the one that is owned by Meng Ming. She has this item called the Immortal's Delight, and it gives your team 14% more attack plus 230 for your next battle. This can be very useful, especially when you're exploring and then you encounter a one-time boss. You can basically just pop this item, and then you will have an easier time in the fight, even if the enemy is a few levels above you. So after I buy all the things that I need from the daily shops, I now head over to Cloudford to do the navigation compass puzzle. If you were not aware, this puzzle actually resets every day, and you can do this up to 4 times. It will give you a bunch of rewards like XP, upgrade materials, 4-star relics, and a good amount of stellar jades. But most importantly, you will be able to get a few of the currencies that you need for buying the eidolons for the Fire Trailblazer. These are not easy to come by, so I highly recommend that you do this every day. And as a bonus tip, there is actually a chance that you will encounter the math teacher, and he will basically ask you to get some clothes for him. When you encounter this, all you have to do is head over to the Central Starskiff Haven and talk to Eugene. And after you go through the dialogue, she will give you the quest item that you need. And then you can go back to Cloudford and give the item to the math teacher. Moving on, let's talk about spending your energy or Trailblaze power. This is what everyone is doing, but there might be some things that are slowing down your progress if you don't spend your energy right. First of all, I highly recommend that you spend your energy on guaranteed upgrades. So you are looking at things like the character ascensions, traces, and light cone upgrades. And if you are like me, and you pretty much have all of those things maxed out for your current level, then a safe way of using your energy is on the Stagnant Shadows. You can start pre-farming the materials that you need for ascending your main team, and at the same time, you can also start pre-farming the upgrade materials for their traces. If you want to be more fancy, or maybe you just want to be more organized in keeping track of what you need, I will have a link in the description for the Ascension Planner made by Star Rail Station. You simply just have to enter the current levels of your character and their talents, and it will show you all the materials that you need for your upgrades. So this is definitely worth checking out. With that being said, let's move on to the things that I don't recommend farming just yet. I don't recommend using your energy on XP books and credits because they actually give you more than enough early into the game. So not unless you're upgrading a bunch of characters at the same time, which is not optimal, then you should only be farming these when you actually need more. And when it comes to the Cavern of Corrosion, I don't recommend farming these just yet, especially if you still can't get 5-star relics. And even if you can already get 5 stars from these, it's still better to prioritize the guaranteed upgrades first before you think about farming relics. Now that we have gone over the most essential things that you should be doing daily, there are still a few things that you can do if you have more time to play, or you simply just want to grind out the game. These are by no means 100% necessary, but you can do this if you simply want to play Honkai Star Rail even more. The first thing you can do is the daily farming route. All of the monsters in the map actually respawn daily, and clearing them will give you a good chunk of character XP and materials. I will have a link in the description for a very useful resource where they mapped out all the available areas, basically showing you where the enemies are. This is definitely worth doing if you're trying to save up on the XP books, because a single run will give you a decent chunk of character experience. But I would say that you only really need to do this a couple of times, because you only need a couple hundred of upgrade materials until the rest of it becomes unnecessary. This next one is more of a weekly thing, but you can slowly work towards it every day. And it's none other than farming the simulated universe. If you take a look at any of the worlds in the simulated universe, you will see that there are 3 types of drops, and what you're going to be looking at is the extra drops. This includes a bunch of upgrade materials, credits, and the green light dust. Every week, you can get these to drop from 100 elite mobs in the simulated universe. And by getting these drops 100 times, that comes down to around 200,000 credits and a couple hundred relic EXP materials. This can obviously be very time consuming, especially if your equilibrium level is lower. So it's up to you however many times you're willing to run the simulated universe. As I said earlier, this is by no means necessary, so you don't have to force yourself to do this if you don't think it's fun, because ultimately, we are still playing a game, and nothing kills a game more than the feeling of it becoming a non-paying job. With that being said, that is my daily routine in Honkai Star Rail. If you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.